Guys, welcome back to my Sudoku Let's Play. Today we're going to be doing some more night Sudoku. We're on puzzle 9. Looks like there are a lot of 9s in this puzzle. It's night Sudoku, so that 9's there. If it was king Sudoku, the 9 would be there. I think this actually blocks that. Whoops. What can't be here? It's supposed to be here. Right here. I don't know if that'll matter yet. Because it would hit that and that. Not really seeing anything. So there has to be a 4 in this row somewhere. Actually, we might be able to get some more stuff here. Because we got these two crossing. And if we look at this. Could have 4s there as well. I don't think we can rule anything else out though. It's actually big, because 6 has to be in one of those. It can't be here, because that would kill both of those by Knight's Row. It has to be in one of those two spots. As well as this 6 has to be in one of these two spots. And we get a solve over here, because of Knight's Row. Which gives us this 6, which gives us this 6. So now we're rolling. Knight's rule here. The 8 in this column has to be somewhere here. I don't know if we can really guess that much more. This is something. 2 can't be here and it can't be here, so in this column there has to be a 2 in that space. Which is actually useful, I think. You just have to figure out why it's useful. So this is a 2-4 kind of trio, so what else does it need? 1, 2, needs a 3 somewhere. Can't be a 3 here. There could be a 3 here, here, or here. These 3s are in annoying spots. So that's where the 3s can go. So what else is missing there? 3, 4, 5 is missing. So the 5s can really be anywhere. Let's take a look at the 1s here. It's actually important because it's a slice right there. The annoying thing is that a 2 can't be here. Kill all that, but the middle is still safe. Relatively. I'll drop this down because it's kind of a weird shape, so it might be good still. Actually, because of Knight's rule, I can get this whole area. constrained. Not super constrained, but kind of constrained. Is there really no 2 I can get rid of here? I feel like there's gotta be. No, there's just too many open areas. Okay, this row is missing a 2. Actually, we can constrain a 5 to 2 spaces here. 5 is either here or here. This row needs a 2, a 5, and a 7 it looks like, and a 7 is constrained to here or here. Actually, I didn't notice, but this is super huge. The 7 has to be right here. Which gives us even more information, because we know the 7 has to be in one of those 2. So now we know this is a 2, 5. Why can't there be a 2 here? Because there can't be a 2 here, there's to be a 2 here. Right, okay, so this 2 is in this row, which means that there has to be a 2 here. That's guaranteed, I think. Which gives us this 5. The 5 gives us these 2 5s, which are also really big. So that means the 5 down here is stuck into this column. And this is a 2, 5 pair, I think. There's more ambiguities I'm not thinking about. Yeah, 2s are somewhat constrained, but not really. But we were able to finish this column, which is pretty good for us. What's going on with 3s? Is this the only spot there can be 3? No, I just didn't denote the rest of it. Okay, 7 is for sure in one of these 2. That's guaranteed. Wait, we might actually be able to get something with the 8s here. Can't be a 4 here because of the pencil marks. The square is missing a 1, 4, a 5, and what else? A 2 as well. 2s are constrained here. 4s are constrained here. 5 is constrained to there and there. So there has to be a 1, a 2, and a 4 here, which means the 5 has to be here, I think. Nice. That was a good piece of logic. So since the 1s and the 2s have to be here, the 4 has to be here, which gives us this 4. We're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere finally. This 2 pencil marking gives this 2 now, this 1, which gives us this 1 by normal Sudoku. Knight's rule gives us this 1, which gives us this 1. Looking back at the 2s. I don't know if there's anything new that we can get here. That's a 2-5 pair. Which is actually kind of big. Oh, and this 5 plus this 5 means that there's a 5 here or here, and these 2, wait, and these 2 slice just like that, which give us a 5 in this row. I don't know if we can do better than that yet. That is a lot of things that we did not know previously. Now this row is missing 3, 7, 8, what else? 5, there needs to be a 5 somewhere. So the 5 has to be in this row. Somewhere in there. So what's there to constrain the 3s so far? Basically nothing. That's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I can't really think of any 3s I can get rid of. Okay, 5s we just looked at. What about the 7s and the 8s? The 8 has to be somewhere over there. Wait a second. The 7s could be good. So the 7s have to be here or here. 8s have to be here or here. The 5s can be anywhere, 3s can be anywhere. But these 3 spaces have to be a 3, 7, or 8. The square can't be a 5 though. The square can't be a 5. And it can't be a 7 or 8. It can't be 8 because of that. It can't be a 7 because of the pencil marks, so it has to be 3. Nice, that just gets us absolutely free 3 as well over here. So now this is all locked up. So the 5 and the 8 are making a pair here, I think. Why is that? The 5s are locked into anywhere. 7s and the 8, they're kind of locked into different spots. But there has to be a 7 or 8 here, which means that the 5 isn't here. So it has to be 7 or 8. One of these is 8 or 7. And then, just like that, our double swords come in, give us a 5 right here. How is that wrong? Okay, let's run through it one more time. Because I don't know why it highlighted it like that. This square can be anything, a 7, an 8, or a 5. But if this is a 5, that's a 7, that's 8. This is an 8, that's a 5, that's a 7. This is a 7, that's 5, that's 8. So maybe I can't figure that out yet. Because it's not a pair. If I think about it this way, that's a 5, that's 8, that's a 5, that's 8. So I can think of that as a pair. But the thing is, I can think of the 5 7s as a pair also. So I don't know, maybe that doesn't work. Actually, I think my logic was right, it's just that this part isn't fully denoted. Okay, what about this row? It's missing a 7, a 2, and a 5. There's a 2-5 pair, so that has to be 7. Let me just double check that 2-5 pair real quick. Okay, that looks good. Now we got our swords coming in one extra time, slicing through here. This time, pretty sure it has to be right. Okay, yeah, that's right. take a second to breathe there. That ending was so fast. It's just solve after solve. That's why I like denoting, because I don't have to take too long to think at the end when it's basically solved by itself. I think this one I can constrain to 2. So that is nice. Nice, early solve right there. I almost missed that. Knight's roll, very, very sneaky. Can be used there. I was gonna say, I don't think these 2s are gonna be very helpful, but got 2 solves off of them already. Pretty big. Actually, I can still get some big constraints there. The only thing is, can't really use this bottom chunk too much, because I can't really do my double sword thing. I'm sure there's a real name for that, by the way. Just making sure I didn't miss anything here. This is a free solve. Got a lot of 3s already. Got no 4s, so we'll go on to 5s. Oh wait, there's a 4 there. Nah. Center pieces don't really do much till the end of the game. It's really more about the edge pieces. This 6 knights roll gives us another solve. Another solve over here. Next to knight's roll. Now we've got sort of a pair going on here already. And you know what? Since these 2 slice, these 2 come down. This is a 6. That's a good solve right there. Fortunately, beyond that, I don't think there's much I can use 7s for right now. Square is kinda constrained. Not too much though. Not a significant amount yet. Do some good stuff with 8s here. So we know the 8 has to be in these 2 columns, which means the 8 has to be over there. Fun fact, an 8 cannot be there because the knight's roll. So the 8 in this box has to be in one of those 3. Could be important, you never know. Let's go on to the 9s now. This is just so nothing. It really is. The only constraint I can think of is that there can't be a 1 here because of the Knight's rule. But other than that, I can't think of much. Fortunately, most of our solves were away from the 1 on the board. I did miss this. Now we've got like a true pair going on over there. So 3s and 8s are kind of intertwined. Maybe that's just because we don't have most of the 8s figured out. Now we can get some good stuff with the 4. Four in this column can only go here or here. But that also means I have to denote everything else that can be 4. These squares just so I don't confuse myself later. I just know nothing about these 1s so far. What was I looking at last? Let's look at 5s, I guess. Oh wait, we might actually get a solve off this. It can still be 5 and 2 spots there, unfortunately. It's not really a good way to constrain the spot a bit. This is a 4-5 pair. No, it's not, because there's a 5 down there. But if it was, the 1 has to be there. What's love got to do with it? A 7 cannot be there. Yes. This can't be a 7 anymore. I don't remember what was in that box. But a 7 can't be there because that would kill that. Wait, no. I just got rid of that one. A 7 can't be here now because that would kill both of those. A 7 can't be here now because that would hit both of those. So it's actually getting kind of constrained in that one box. A 7 can't be here now because that would hit both of those. This whole area is just wild land. I have no idea what number goes over there. Let's get back to 8s because we do have a lot of potential 8s. I don't know how much more I can do with this 1-8. There's only 3 spots up here. The 9 is just so not anywhere. I'm like tilting my head trying to see if I can see stuff. This area is super busy. Five is definitely in one of these 2 spots in this column. Wait, no. Just in that square. So we've got 1, 4, 5. The 4s are not constraining it at all. The 8s are kind of constraining it. Okay, let's go in order one more time. This 3 kills that by Knight's Roll. This 4 is just the easy thing that I didn't spot. Why can a 4 not be here? What was my reasoning? Okay, so 4 has to be here, which slices down. I get that. But I'm pretty sure that a 4 can be anywhere in there. So I don't know why there wasn't a 4 there. Kinda spooky. The 5 in this column has to be here. 6 in this column has to be here. So it's a 5-6 pair. The 6 has to be there, but the 5 is different. This is a double 5-6 pair, I think. Except for that this 5 could be over there, maybe. I forget the other thing that was in there. Is it an 8? Was it a 7? That got us a solve, because I just didn't notice that earlier. I don't think that does too much. When 4 and 8 are missing from this row, it has to be in one of those 3. 4 has to be, well, anywhere. 1 has to be also anywhere. A 1 can be here, so I can't rule out this row. But I can say that wherever 1 exists in this box, it's gonna start mattering soon. Because it does slice like that. This row is missing a 5, 8, and 1. 8 slices through there. Which gives us this 5 and this 1. And the 8 gives us this 8. Which gives us this 4. Let's look back at the 8s for a sec. This row's missing a 1 and a 7. The 1 cuts through there. So 1, 7, which gives us this 7. Which gives us this 7. Okay. Now we're stuck with a pair there. This row is missing a 5. And the 5 can only be there. Now this row is missing a 1. And what else? One and a 9. A 9 can't be here because that would cover both. because the 9s in these columns have to be here or here. And this was missing a 1. A 9 cannot be here because of Knight's role. So the 9 in this box is constrained to these 2 rows. The 9 in this column has to be here or here. But I don't know if I can constrain it any more than it is. Okay, this 8 is really good because it covers this. Oh, and that also. So the 8 in this column has to be here or here. This column is also missing a 1, and the 1 can only be here or here. Just write in where else the 1s can be while I'm doing that, so I don't get too far ahead of myself. Slice. Why is it showing up like that? Because it can be down there, right? A 4 cannot be here because that would disrupt both of those. So 4 has to be here or here, but I think, wait, if a 4 is here, no, that doesn't work. So 4 can't be in one of these 3. But we know it's not down the middle. That's for certain. Looking back at the 1s here real quick. Oh man, there's so much ambiguity. 415. Okay, so on this row 5 is locked in. 1 is also locked in. 4. Oh, 4 can't be in this row because of the pencil marks. So one of these 2 is definitely a 4. By that same token, one of these 2 is also an 8. So we've got a lot of constraints on this area. The thing is that we don't have any pairs. They're all a little bit different. Let's look at this side of the box, because I've not really looked too hard at it. I'm pretty sure these two slice. Yeah. That could be good. Okay, maybe let's look at the pairs. Where else can 4s and 9s be on the right side of the board? There can be a 4 anywhere in here. So there's 3 slots for the 4s. As for the 9s, two slots for the 9s. In that row. So 4s, 8s, and 9s. There can't be an 8 here, so there has to be an 8 here or here. There has to be a 9 here or here. Since this is a 4-8 pair, I think that means that this has to be a 9. How constrained are those 8s and 4s? 8s are very constrained, 4s a little bit less. If I push them together, that'll make it more obvious. Can I get a real number out of this, though? Got a 4-8 pair there and a 4-9 pair there. But since they both count on the 4s, which can exist here or here, I don't know. does the 4 go in this column? There's 3 spots where it can go. What about 7s? 2 spots. 2s are here. I feel like that's almost a 5-6 pair, but not quite. How does 8 sort into all this? This column of 2 is either here or here. As well as a 4? Is 4 in the same spot? No, there's more places a 4 can go. I might use a hint here, because I'm just not seeing it. Concentrate on row 7, column 5, row 8, column 1. What does that mean? Four 8 pair. Terrific. Alright, that's finally sorted. Man, that feels like a weight off my shoulders. What's the other thing? Row 8, column 1. Two 7 pair, I think. 5 6 stuff, maybe. Sixes are more constrained. They have to be here or here. can't use Night Sudoku to get rid of anything. Oh, wait, what about the 9s up here? Can I do something with those? Not yet. Okay, the 4 definitely has to be in one of those two. The 8 definitely has to be in one of those two. What else is there? 6. What about this 2-7 thing that looks like a pair? Is that actually? No, because the 7 is solvable. Could there be a 5 here? No, because of this 5. Okay, just making sure. So this row is missing a 1, as well as a 4. There we go. So 5s and 6 are still constraining. 5, 6s, 8s. The 8, the 4, and the 1 are constrained in this row. This can be a 1, not a 8, not a 4, not a 9. This has to be a 1. Okay, there we go. It's really annoying when I just don't see things. I don't know why sometimes that happens. It's just like, I don't, I see this. Or I guess why didn't I see this? But now we're in a far more comfortable position. That was a tough puzzle. Number 10. That was a good one, though. That was a good one, though. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.